The school cafeteria was alive with energy. Students chatted loudly, trays clattered, and the smell of pizza and fries filled the air. In the middle of the chaos, Elliot navigated carefully, balancing a tray piled high with books and papers. His sweater vest and neatly combed hair set him apart, a beacon for the attention he didn't want. Out of nowhere, a voice boomed, "Hey, watch it, Einstein!" Elliot froze as Chad, the school's self-proclaimed king of cool, blocked his path. Chad's smirk widened as he eyed the book on top of Elliot's stack. "What's this?" Chad snatched the book and read the title aloud, How to Be Creative. "Seriously? What are you gonna do, nerd? Invent a new way to fail?" Before Elliot could respond, Chad accidentally bumped into him. Books, papers, and even his neatly wrapped sandwich tumbled to the ground. The cafeteria erupted in laughter. Elliot scrambled to pick up his things, his cheeks burning with embarrassment. "Better stick to your books, genius," Chad said as he strutted off, his entourage laughing behind him. "You'll never be anything more than a walking calculator." Elliot knelt on the floor, staring at his crumpled notes and bent book covers. He bit his lip, holding back tears. Later that evening, Elliot retreated to his sanctuary, his small bedroom filled with sketches, blueprints, and half-finished inventions. On his desk sat his latest project, a robot, its paint scuffed and wires exposed. He picked up a screwdriver and tried to fix it, but his hands trembled. Elliot sighed, setting the tool down. "I've always loved creating things," he thought. "Ideas, inventions, stories. But at school, I'm just the nerd. No one believes I can actually do something amazing." The door creaked open, and his mom stepped in, carrying a tray with a sandwich and a glass of milk. Her face, though weary from a long day, was full of warmth. "Hey, sweetheart," she said softly, sitting beside him. "Rough day?" Elliot shrugged, avoiding her gaze. She glanced at the broken robot on his desk, then at him. "You've got something special, Elliot. Something no one else has. That's what makes you you." Elliot hesitated, then managed a faint smile. "Thanks, Mom." The next day at school, an announcement buzzed through the PA system. "Attention, students! Our annual talent competition is just around the corner. Sign-ups are open until Friday. Show us your skills and creativity." Elliot's ears perked up. This could be his chance to prove himself. That evening, he dove into his boldest idea yet, a robot that could paint and write poetry. Night after night, he worked tirelessly. His hands grew calloused from screwing bolts, and his eyes burned from hours of coding. The camera in the robot's head was fine-tuned to detect colors, while its mechanical arm held a paintbrush with precision. Elliot's determination grew, but so did Chad's curiosity. One afternoon, Chad overheard a classmate mention Elliot's project. "A robot?" Chad scoffed. "Oh, this is gonna be good. The nerd's gonna embarrass himself, and I'll make sure of it." That evening, Chad snuck into the school workshop where Elliot stored his robot. Grinning mischievously, he snipped a wire inside the robot's chest and slipped out unnoticed. The night of the talent show arrived, and the auditorium buzzed with excitement. Elliot sat backstage, nervously adjusting his robot. His hands were clammy, but he reminded himself why he was here. Chad's performance was first. Dressed in a flashy jacket, he delivered a rap filled with confidence and bravado. The crowd cheered loudly, and Chad basked in their applause. As he returned backstage, he spotted Elliot. "Good luck, nerd," Chad said, smirking. "Oh, wait, you'll need more than luck, like a miracle." Elliot ignored him, focusing on his robot. When his name was called, he pushed the robot onto the stage, the spotlight glaring down on him. He powered it on, holding his breath. Suddenly, sparks flew. The robot froze, and a thin trail of smoke rose from its chest. The audience murmured, and Chad burst into laughter. "Nice one, genius!" Chad shouted. Better luck next time! Elliot's heart sank. He stared at the malfunctioning robot, his dreams crumbling. Then he remembered his mom's words. What makes you different is what makes you shine. He took a deep breath and stepped forward. You know what? Elliot said, his voice steady. Maybe I don't need the robot. Creativity isn't about machines. It's about heart. He grabbed a marker and flipped a large easel on stage. The audience watched as he began sketching furiously. Colors swirled together as he drew a vivid mural of a superhero, a nerd standing tall, facing down a shadowy figure that loomed over him. The superhero's cape billowed, a symbol of resilience. When Elliot finished, he stepped back, his chest rising and falling with exertion. The audience sat in stunned silence for a moment before erupting into cheers. Backstage, the judges approached Elliot. Your work is extraordinary, one judge said, beaming. The emotion, the storytelling, it's inspiring. Congratulations, Elliot. You're our winner. As Elliot accepted the trophy, Chad lingered nearby, his usual cocky demeanor replaced by awkwardness. Finally, he stepped forward. Hey, Chad mumbled. That was cool, I guess. You're not so bad. For a nerd. Elliot smiled and extended a hand. Thanks, Chad. And for what it's worth, you're not so bad. For a bully. They shared a brief nod before Chad walked away. Outside, Elliot's mom waited with open arms. I told you, she said, her voice full of pride. What makes you different is what makes you shine. Elliot hugged her tightly, holding his mural sketch. He turned to the camera, a confident smile on his face. To anyone who feels different, don't hide it. Own it. That's your superpower. Be different. Be bold. Be you.